Hello and welcome back to another Pickled Unscripted. I have with me, as always, the talented Matt the Pickled Dragon. And yeah, Matt has taken me from my painting hour because we have breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
And here I am having a lovely bottle of wine, Alvarinho from Portugal. I'm really trying to learn more about wines lately, so I need to get a sommelier course soon.
Sommelier.
Yeah, so that way I can be fancy and stuck up and not put my sleeves in paint water. Oh,
That's right. Need to be snooty. I'm still working on the sister-in-law's gift, the 100 years of adventure. It's a blended Scotch whiskey, sadly, but it's
it's
still
really not
decent.
that bad though. That's just
No, it's not.
like I would probably mix it with some soda, but it's good.
Yeah,
So,
she did her best.
breaking news.
Oh, yes. So we found via the Twix, the Twitter X, the X,
Via the Twix.
X like EX dash Twitter. Or hyphen Twitter. Uh, we found this post that people were talking about, and it was so ridiculous. But ladies and gentlemen, I give you defund, destroy the police, D&D
Defund the
style.
police.
Yes. All right. You want to do the honors?
Ooh, thank you. A game needs enemies for me to kill in mass. What should we kill if not bandits? Cops, knights, the city guard? If you want to play a good person, your first priority should be fighting tyrants, and by extension, those who defend them to redistribute their wealth. And
Oh,
then, yeah, do we want to unpack that first?
go ahead and read the other part. I mean, they were responding to themselves.
Yeah, it looks like it's the exact same person. And they were responding saying, if the CRPG has you killing bandits in request of a king, you're not playing an adventurer, you're playing a cop.
Uh, okay. So, the last few years with all the craziness that's been going on in the world, and we've seen the effect of what removing a police force from cities and towns has done. And somebody has the genius to come back with this. And I know it's a game. Like D&D is a game. We're supposed to be having fun, but the idea that adventurers are supposed to storm into town and start murdering the police and knights and city guards and oh, and like not ironically, like this was not a post that was like made as a haha, like seriously. Could you imagine like
Playing with this guy. He takes
yeah, I
things
mean that's
way
an
too
evil
seriously.
campaign right there. I mean the the we've seen like in real life the amount of how removing the stability of a police force from a community just absolutely destroys that community, and there are those who take advantage of it. So what this person is saying is go into a town and destroy all semblance of authority, and then leave them to the whims of the bandits and the villains and the rest of the folk, because that's real good. That's the goodness that we're looking for.
Yeah, you're not necessarily wrong, especially in this part where he said, your first priority should be fighting tyrants. Well, okay, but it seems like your definition of tyrant and mine are a little bit different.
Yeah, and like they're not even like making the qualifier of like be Robin Hood. And Robin Hood didn't even go into towns killing guards and cops in mass, right?
Right.
He stole from the rich and gave to the poor. There's your redistribution. But
Yeah.
he did it in response to overtaxation and villainy. Like there are no qualifiers to that. It's just like hey, let's just do this thing, shall we?
Right, right, right.
I'm not down with this person. This is silliness. This is shenanigans. And
This is another person we would not want in your group for D&D night, huh?
yeah, I mean, these are like the same people who look at like what WotC's doing today with Mexican orcs and whatnot and say, like just how it would be such a service to mankind that they're doing, as if changing D&D somehow makes a social difference in the world.
Yeah.
Like it
No,
doesn't.
nobody is more or less interested because of the Mexa orcs. I think
Yeah,
that's what we need to call them, the Mexa orcs.
I
Orcs, Latinx.
I don't know.
I
Orc
don't know,
X,
guys. Tell us what
orcs. Oh,
you
it's
think.
ORX, orcs.
Orcs.
That's what it is. That's what we need to start calling them from now on. If you got the orcs with an X at the end, that is officially the new tag for
The Mexican
D&D
orc.
WotC orcs. Orcs with an X. So that I said it here first.
Okay. Yeah. You heard it, guys.
That's
Matt
it's
said it here first.
official. Can you imagine like having this player in your group?
I mean, he
Like
sounds like fun.
these are the players that like, you know,
He's gonna bring politics into everything.
yes,
You're
yes.
gonna have a quest where you're in front of a king, and the next thing he's going off about some politician, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and they're gonna want to know the politics of every player at the table, and
Wait,
uh,
have you had a player demand to know the politics of every person at the table?
um, not overt, like not directly, but I have had players who assumed the politics of another player and got very upset by it, and they're like it an intervention was needed, and so.
Did
It's we live in such crazy times today. I mean, where bad ideas, just flat out bad ideas are presented as solutions to our uh our society's ills. But the truth is that uh so many bad ideas are coming out of like academia and stuff where it's like all theoretical science, if you will, like but social science. And it all works like when you're in that ivory tower and they're coming up with these ideas, they seem to like forget human instinct or just the human factor. What is human nature, that is, because unfortunately for these people, these ideas just don't work. It just doesn't work. Society degrades, and you're always going to need somebody. The larger the population, you're always going to need to have someone kind of stand in the way of villainy and banditry and evil, and it can't always be adventurers, right? So you imagine like rushing into New Orleans, aha, with your long sword, I'm here to save the day, like a
yeah, that's
city of
Batman. That's just
300,000.
Batman.
Yeah, that's Batman,
Maybe
exactly.
we need a Batman. Maybe this is the call to adventure. Hey, D&D Batman, where are you?
Yeah, what would a D&D Batman be like? Tell us in
I
the
don't
comments,
know. Yeah,
please.
what do you guys think a D&D Batman would be like? What class would he have? What stats would he have? What would he kind of look like? What would his vibe be? Feel free to give us anything and everything that you think of when you hear D&D Batman.
Yes.
Also, let us know what you guys think of this guy's Twix because, we've got some opinions,
Yeah, I
but
love it. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this. Maybe you agree. Maybe we need to go slaughtering the knights in the city yard. But I also want to know who plays Alfred, period.
Yeah, well,
And it can be,
obviously I'm
have fun with
Fox.
that. Yes, have
I'm
fun.
obviously Fox, the guy who's coming up with all the fun inventions. That's me.
Yeah, that's
That's
it. So Dracoya plays Alfred. All right, guys. Well, this was a quick one. Like, comment, subscribe. Please check out our new sponsor,
Yes. Ooh, speaking of D&D, we've got a brand new sponsor for you guys. Matt?
Fantasy Grounds. So down in the description, there's a link to Fantasy Grounds. If you want to say no to WotC's VTT, but still want to play online, check out Fantasy Grounds. I like them. I have been a customer of theirs since 2018, although I don't play online very often. But I have been a customer of theirs, and I've been pleased to say the least. And they have a huge variety of different game systems, not just fantasy role playing, but sci-fi and free league games and all manner of good stuff. So check them out.
All right, guys. Until then, I'm going to go back to painting and you can come back and have another round on us.
Woohoo!